Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Carl the Cobra Froch.
And me, Rachael Froch. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.
Which is brought to you by Cobra Casino. Today we're going to do a questions and answer. Not much boxing to talk about that we've not already talked about. Big John Fury, the fighting man. He's gone quiet. We've had our fun and games with him. I think he's about done now. But we've kindly asked for your questions and you've been kind enough to send them in.
We've had over about 1,000 questions, which has been really good.
Really good. Sorry we can't get through them all, obviously.
We've sifted through them and we're going to answer the best ones. Love your John Fury impressions. What other...
Why didn't you tell me that was going to be the first? Just done it.
What other boxer impressions can you do?
Oh, what other boxer impressions?
I think this is hard.
Should we read these before we do them? You know we do these just off the cuff. We look at the question, Rachel looks at the questions, pulls a few out with the producer. You're the executive producer, I know you aren't.
Yeah.
And I was going to say...
I thought this would be funny though.
No, this would be funny. That.
You're really good at John Fury, so give us some more.
Okay, I'm not a boxer. I'm a businessman. That's all I know, it's in your life.
Carry on then. Okay, because you okay, that's pretty good. That's
that's
good.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. I've embarrassed myself.
Preach it! Preach! Carry on preaching.
Next question.
Okay, next question. So, what do you do during the day of a world title fight? It must be strange having to wait all that time before fighting at 10, 11 p.m.
Yeah, during the day of a world title fight, it's quite a long, slow, nervous day. You try and take your mind off it. So, remember when I fought for the Commonwealth title, and it was Charles Adamo, it was like the first 12-rounder. I can remember being in the, I think it was Bella Italia, I went for something to eat. So I go for something to eat about 2, 3 o'clock and try and get some, like, pasta or...
You just go wherever you kind of, you're near.
You know, I was in Nottingham for that one.
Right,
so me and Adam, my best mate Adam, we went there, and I can remember looking at the Evening Post, and it was like me there, face on, side profile, and a big beak, as Spencer Oliver so kindly pointed out the other day. And then you got Charles Adamo, and I remember just feeling really nervous. So on the day, you're just nervous, overthinking. So as I got more accustomed to fighting, I tried to switch off and not look at the newspapers and not read what's happening. Just have a game of chess or watch a film. Or
So get off your phone.
Yeah, have a game of pool. Yeah, so
yeah.
Day of the fight, it's about switching off and trying not to think about it too much because it is a long day. And then you've got to go to the arena about like 7, 8 o'clock, and you've got to have something final to eat for a bit of fast-burning carbs.
Yeah.
Hydrate yourself, keep yourself hydrated so you're not dehydrated, but don't overdo it.
Do you do any sort of training on that day, or is it completely just rest?
No. Sometimes I do a little bit of light shadow boxing just to sharpen up, just to feel like, because you do feel good that fight day because you've done the weigh-in, you've had loads of food that night and then plenty of fluid.
So now
you wake up, you have your breakfast. Obviously with the IBF you can't be more than 10 pounds heavier than what you weighed in.
Right, okay,
That's the red belt for those who don't know what the IBF belt is. But they got a 10 pound weight limit rule, so that's like a rehydration clause.
Right, okay.
So if you go over 10 pounds, you're not allowed to fight for your title.
Oh.
But that tells the governing body that you've took that much weight off.
Right, okay.
You've put over 10 pounds on, so it's dangerous. So it's for the safety of the fight.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, quite a nerve-wracking day. Just try and switch off and, just get on with it, really. There's come off the hour, come off the man. There's no running away. You've got to do it. You know it's coming. You know the fight's happening, and you've got to be brave and confident. And as I got further and further, defending my British title, became world champion after beating Pascal. Obviously, then the level of opposition steps up. Yeah. So even though you believe in yourself and you feel good about yourself, you then question: am I ready for Jermain Taylor? Am I ready for Andre Durrell, for Abraham? Oh, he's a big puncher. What about him? What if you catch him on the chin? And you just got to constantly fight the demons.
Yeah.
But as soon as that first bell goes, for me, it was fight or flight. And it was...
Switch on, get ready.
Just face it and get on with it,
Paul Bonnyman asks, how satisfying is it to be able to sit and survey the life that you have carved out for you and your family? Is it something you do? Or are you looking for the next high after your retirement?
Survey the what? Life?
So I think it's...
survey. Survey your life. Have a look. Have you read that wrong?
I don't know, but I did read this question and think, what, do I just sit and go, oh yeah, this is the life, this is my life, like looking back and go, this is...
Well, I kind of know what the question is. So once you've made it and you're world champ and you're financially free and you've got everything, you've got the fit wife, you've got the cars, the bikes, the fit wife.
You're trying to butter me up?
No, tell me what.
Butter me up.
Oh, butter you up. I need to butter you up. Let's go like that. She's there. What do you want? What do you want, you Adonis? Yeah. No, I've always got something. I'm always doing something. Like I'm doing Froch on Fighting, this YouTube channel now, and this is kind of a new kind of buzz for me. I enjoy doing it, and it's nice to watch the channel grow. And you know, I go on meetings with potential sponsors and turn stuff down and speak to my producer quite regular. You're involved. We've got a new setup here. I don't know if you can tell, but we've got a big light. If I could spin the camera around, you'll see a big light shining.
I've got a photo and stick it on Instagram actually.
Yeah, and we've got new microphones as well. I don't like the big mics like the podcast style, so we've gone for this. So it's just setting it up. We've got a nice little webcam. Should be high definition. So let us know in the comments if you think this is good. Maybe we need to turn the lights up in the background a little bit, drop some colour in. We don't know, do we?
No, we don't.
We're still learning on the job.
We'll wait for your comments to do that.
I've got a business. Hang on, I've got a building firm, and that keeps me really busy. So I'm always on the properties, always looking for next projects. I don't do much hands-on, but investment-wise, I want to make the right investment, make the right choices. And I've got 3 kids, so I'm always busy doing stuff.
I think just as a person, you are always busy. You never want to sit still or sit down.
No, I'm in the gym every day.
You're always
I don't
always
sit
doing
back,
something.
pipe and slippers, feet up,
No.
watch television and think, right, I'm done now, I'm retired. It's all, I just keep
I think
moving
you never
forward.
have though.
In fact,
You've always been a busy
I'm going out to
person.
New York. You've probably seen it on the short. I'm going out to New York very soon. And I'm going to be training Toby Cabell and Shia LaBeouf and who's the other guy? That old boy.
James Cosmo.
James
Yeah.
Cosmo. I mean, what a legend
You're not
he is.
training him.
No, he's not fighting.
He's in the film. He's in the film that you're
He's
doing.
in the film. And that's just really exciting. So I'm going to go over to New York, spend a week in a place called Bedford, which is about an hour outside New York. And any opportunities and offers that I get to do television work, usually I turn down. But I've been excited about this little film gig. I might be playing a part as well in there as well. So that'll be. You're laughing at.
Can you act?
Of course I can act. I'm a man of many talents.
Okay, next question. Sean Young asks, have you ever considered helping Rob in Sheffield as a trainer? With your experience, the knowledge you could pass on would be incredible for any fighter.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to train lads coming through. Obviously, Rob in Sheffield's at the EIS, English Institute of Sport, and he's training the podium squad. So all the top level, elite kind of amateurs go there and they represent their country in the Olympics and the World Championships, the Commonwealth Games, etc. But as much as I'd love to do it, and as much as I think I could give these fighters time, I love my kids. Got 3 kids. They're growing up really fast. You won't want me to go to Sheffield down there and train anyway.
No.
I don't think I'd be allowed to go, even if I wanted to.
There we go.
Would I be allowed?
You do what you want.
Hey,
You're all right.
see, I do what I want. Would you say that I'm the boss?
After you've asked me.
Would you say I'm the boss? No. I'd say I'm the boss. But no, listen, too time consuming. I could give a lot back to boxing. I go down my local amateur boxing club, the Phoenix.
Rocco,
the kids love it. Take Rocco down, take the girls.
No, and you take them on the pads, don't you, which they love.
But to be, yeah, exactly, they love that. But to be in the gym all the time, training kids coming through, it's a full-time job. It's a full commitment, and your heart and your passion's got to be in it. And I spent that long in gyms, defending training for world title fights. It's quite arduous. It's quite stressful, and my thoughts and feelings of being in a boxing gym, they're not always nice feelings. It's not a happy place being in the gym, boxing gym. So to go back there for me, it's like I don't really want to go back in the boxing gym because training's hard, sparring's horrible. Like not horrible. You have to spar, and you do enjoy it when you're in there because you enjoy a good spar. You don't like a bad spar. But the thought of it all, it's like anticipation of it all is worse than actually doing it. Like most things, like getting up and going for a morning run, you think, I can't be able to go on a run. Then when you've gone and smashed the run out and you're finished, you're full of that natural euphoria and you've got the endorphins are released and you feel great.
Yeah.
So if you're not running, you're lazy and you put a bit of timber on, get out, do a run and see how great you feel. It's really good for your mental health as well. But no, I don't want to be in the gym training the boys and girls up there. As much as I could think I'd be a massive benefit. Of course I would, world champion, got loads of knowledge. Obviously not blowing smoke up my arse like usual. But I ain't got the time, I haven't got the passion for it. Next question, please.
So Omar asks, if you would consider becoming a boxing trainer, although you have just said no you won't, but who would you like to train?
I'd like to take someone from the amateurs. There's no one in particular I'd like to train, to be honest. I mean, I'd love to get in the ring with somebody like Gervonta Davis, who's a real fighting machine and a bit of an animal. I'd love to work alongside someone like Dimitri Bivol or even Terence Crawford. You know, I'm talking about some of the top powerful guys. Just to be part of that action and be involved in it. But obviously you can't jump straight in at the top. Well, you can sometimes. Some people get opportunities and jump in with world champions who move on to new trainers. But I'd love to experience being a trainer, which is what I think I'm trying to say, in an elite level fighter's world title fight. You know, to be involved and be in the corner and giving advice and seeing.
Imagine how Rob felt.
I know Rob McCracken.
Bringing you up,
I think Rob McCracken lived a life that he never kind of, because he didn't quite make it. He fought about get this right. He fought Keith Holmes for a world title and he got stopped, but he killed himself at 160 pound middleweight.
Okay.
He was dead at the weight, and he's big. He's 6'2". He's a big bloke, like 15 stone, probably 14 walking around. He's still 11 stone 6. Which is the weight division below me. 160, I was 168. And you know how big Rob is, right? Yeah. He's a bit taller than me. Yeah. And he's naturally bigger. Yeah. And he fought Keith Holmes, lost for the world title. He lost to Howard Eastman, who's a great fighter, the Battersea Bomber. He chucked away 2 world titles, Hopkins and William Joppy. Or Joppy first and Hopkins. Good fighter, didn't quite have that mind. But I think Rob McCracken sort of lived a career of becoming a world champion through me. I know that when he looks back, we have conversations, he said, I've never enjoyed training and working with anybody. And he's not just saying it to make me feel better. I know he isn't, because he started out kind of with me. He had a few younger lads. He had, well, not younger lads. He had lads before me. David Walker, Matthew Furr, Leo O'Reilly, John O'Donnell, Billy Corcoran. There was a little team of us in the class of 2002. But I was the one that kind of came through. I was the standout amateur because I won a bronze in the world.
I think you and him had such a different relationship. So it was special.
With Rob taking me from being a nothing pro to British champion, Commonwealth champion, British champion, world title challenger against Pascal, and then on that journey. Yeah. For him, he was living the fight. He living every punch. Yeah. And he looks back, we have conversations. He says, "Look, no, nothing's going to beat that." So this is great now doing what he's worked with Anthony Joshua. Yeah. He works with all the top boys and girls at the England squad. Yeah. But I know that the journey he had with me, if I could do that with somebody else, that'd be awesome. Yeah. And like we talk now, we don't talk that often. Rob's very busy. He lives down in London, doesn't he? Yeah. And he commutes up to Sheffield.
He does ring you though.
Yeah, we talk. We talk. But we always have a laugh. But when we go deep, it's always how much he loved being kind of my shadow and being my wingman and, you know, my mentor and my coach and my brother and my father figure through my whole career.
Because he was all of
So
those
if I could have had that for
somebody, you know what I mean? So Brad asks, what do you think about Dillian Whyte radio silence for months?
Yeah, he's gone quiet, Dillian Whyte.
Was he gone?
Listen, he was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua in a rematch. The box amateur. The box amateurs, I think they did. But the box was pros. He clipped AJ, wobbled him a little bit. AJ fought back, knocked him out of an uppercut. Good fight, actually. A good learning fight for AJ as well. And that's when AJ had that tenacity about him. And he just used to go for it, which he don't do so much now since getting clipped by Ruiz. But anyway, he was supposed to fight Dillian Whyte in a rematch, and Dillian Whyte failed a drugs test. And he's vanished. He's gone quiet. There's nothing happening. So I don't know. It's just, what's happening? You tell me.
I don't think I've even seen him.
No, if anybody knows where...
I've seen him on any clips or anything.
No. If anybody knows where Dillian Whyte's gone, let us know in the comments below. Dillian Whyte, if you're watching, reach out. We'll get you on this channel. We'll have a chat. We'll see what you're up to. But to answer your question, I don't know what's happened to Dillian Whyte. I don't know where he is.
So we've been sent some video questions in. So you have a little watch and then you can answer it afterwards.
Okay, let's have a look.
Hi Carl, loving the channel. I've followed your career for the past 20 years. 10 of them you've been retired. I was lucky enough to be at Wembley 10 years ago when you tore it up with Groves. Quite a few fans there. Oh yeah, that's right, 80,000. My question to you is, name your top 3 boxing films and why. Keep up the good work. Cheers, Carl.
I'm going to go Rocky 1 because that's just awesome. That's the original and the classic. And I love the backstory of that because Rocky, Sylvester Stallone wrote he wrote the script for that, and then he was offered a lot of money, but he kept it. He did it himself, played the part obviously. And so Rocky 1, Rocky 4 because that was just awesome. Rocky 2 was good when he come back, and obviously Apollo Creed rematch, and he beat him, and they made some money. Him and Adrian bought a new car. He got a new jacket of a tiger on the back. He actually bought a tiger as well. But it just makes you feel like when you win the world title and you make a few quid.
Life?
Well, not in real life, in the film.
Oh, in the film.
You've seen the film. That means you watch them all.
I know. I haven't got the best memory.
No, he bought a tiger, didn't he? In the film. It's like in the garden on a chain.
You're telling me, don't ask me.
Not very realistic. But anyway, Rocky 2 was good. Rocky 3 was really good with Clubber Lang and also Mr. T. And Thunder Lips, which is Hulk Hogan.
I have watched that. That's another one. I like that one.
I'd go Rocky 4 because Dolph Lundgren, the Ivan Drago in Rocky 4, and that was like Rocky doing it all natural, and Drago was juicing. He was on the juice and cheating basically. So but that was a great fight. Well, he killed Apollo Creed in that.
Oh right, okay.
And it was sad, and it made me cry when I was younger. Proper. I don't cry much at films. Like my brother Lee cried when King Kong fell off the building. I was like, why is he crying? But I was really upset when Apollo Creed got killed by Ivan Drago. And Rocky got him back. So Rocky 1, Rocky 4, and the Rocky Balboa was great, and Rocky 6 was really good. I like the one when he beat up Tommy Morrison. That was Rocky 5, I think. He had a street fight at the end with Tommy Morrison. After he was training him, and then there was a guy in there like Don King with the grey hair. And he was promoting him and getting him. Then he ended up having a street fight. So anyway, Rocky 1, 4 and 5, top 3 boxing films.
So is this from a film? Someone's put Roy Munson says.
Roy Munson. I should have put the Hall of Fame ring on because Roy Munson's that kingpin.
Congrats on the 80,000 subs, Carl.
Yeah, we're on 80,000 subscribers now. We're going to celebrate when we get to 100,000 subscribers. We're going to get the.
We should have done it for 80, actually. That's iconic.
We should have done something for 80. It just proves I'm not really that bothered about 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. Although I just keep banging on about it.
You say it enough, don't you?
Just for the crack, though. You know what I'm like. But what was that? What did you say before that?
Roy Munson.
Oh, Roy Munson. So that's a film called Kingpin with Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray. Brilliant. Yeah, the Barney's. He's got the comb over. It's got the old Eddie Hearn weave, hasn't it? You don't know where it starts and where it ends, and there's a little piece in there, and there's some crafty combing going on. But anyway, he lost his hand early doors. Bill Murray legs it and leaves him to it. He's got this plastic hand and this ring. It's like the Hall of Fame ring. So he's probably taking a piss out of geezer because I've got a Hall of Fame ring.
No, oh, actually,
I should have it on now.
Oh wait, there was an even funnier one about it. So, is it Merv or Marv?
Oh, Merv, yeah. Merv out of Home Alone. I don't mind Merv. Merv's alright. He's got a big curly hair like the old beauty.
Someone thought, how much did you get paid for being in Home Alone? I was like, what? When was he in that? And I thought, oh, here we go.
Taking the piss out of me looking like Merv. Really pleased with my wife.
You don't anymore, baby. Thanks, you don't.
Alright, next one.
Right, so this is another video call now.
Let's have a look.
Who was your most challenging fight that you won, and what did you learn from it?
He's got good hair, hasn't he?
He's got really good hair, yeah?
Actually, no, it's further back than you think. It's good hair though, but it's back. Let's have a look.
Let's not take the piss out of someone. No, cut that.
I'm not taking the piss.
You are taking the piss.
That's not taking the piss. I'm making an observation on somebody's hair. Leave this in. Rachel's one of them really kind people that say, oh, don't want to hurt the feelings. He won't be hurt. He's a good looking bloke. He's got nice hair.
Yeah, he is.
Let's carry on. What was the most fight that I learned the most from? I mentioned it earlier, Charles Adama, King Charles Adama, my Commonwealth title fight, my first 12-rounder, and Marcus McDonnell was the referee, and it was 116, 113, and that was one of them fights where it was the first 12-rounder, by about round 7, I was blowing, I was feeling tired, I was thinking, this guy, I can't hurt him. I did some of my best shots, and he just stood there, solid geezer from I think it was, is it Guyana, South?
Yes,
in Africa.
Was, yeah.
Because you've got South America gone, it's Ghanaian. Because you've got Guyana as well, which is where Howard Eastman was from in America.
Right, okay.
The geography is not my best subject. But anyway, he was African. He was solid as a rock. Like a tree, actually. A big oak tree. I was hitting him with shots. He just didn't move. He wouldn't budge. I was really tiring. Strong. I was starting to doubt myself. He was coming on strong as well. And in round 8, Rob McCracken said to me, go back at him. When you've done your attack, and then go again. Because I kept attacking and backing off and moving and trying to get ground and have a breather. He was like, go again. And I heard Rob McCracken shout, back at him. Like, go again. And I threw a double jab right hand after I'd already attacked him and dropped him.
Right,
so he went down on one knee. And it was like that moment, like he bleeds, like the Rocky 4 moment when he caught Ivan Drago and he bleeds. It was like, I can hurt this guy.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I felt like I lifted.
Gave you more confidence.
Because I can relive it. And I felt like I can do this.
Right, okay.
So then round 9, 10, 11, 12, I pressed down, put the work together, put the shots on him, and Marcus McDonnell raised my hand, 116, 113, I think it was. So that was the fight that I learned the most from in terms of belief that I can do 12 rounds, the fact that you can't give up, dig in, listen to your coach. There's so many bits in that stand out and make me think, you know what a lesson that was. It was a great learning fight. I had loads after that as well that I learned loads. You learn every time you fight.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. When I lost to Mikhail Kessler. I learned a lot when I lost to Andre Ward.
Yeah.
Didn't get the Ward rematch.
No.
But got the Kessler rematch. And then went on after that and fought Grovesy Boy, my new best mate, twice.
I just think if you didn't lose to Ward, the comeback from that you made with
I'd have never beat Butte the way I did.
Never, no, you wouldn't have
happened.
known.
So, like Georgia Boy said, everything for a reason.
Yeah, well, to quote him.
I would have liked to have got Ward back in England, back in Nottingham. Listen, I'm not going to say I'd have beat him because he was a hard fighter, good fighter to beat. I mean, so awkward and tricky.
Yeah.
But that would have been a fight I'd have liked to, because the performance against Butte.
Yeah.
I think if I'd have had Andre Ward in front of me then, how would that have gone? Because I'd have been rougher.
You know what?
I'm at home.
Before that Ward fight, you were not.
Yeah, I'd had enough.
You weren't the same.
Atlantic City want me again.
You weren't like the aggressive kind of wanting the fight. You were just a bit like. Do you remember when we were in that? It was a huge bathroom in the hotel room, and you were just a bit like right before you were about to go down. You went, I just want to go home. I don't even want to be here.
It was Christmas, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Like the week before Christmas.
You were in a complete wrong mindset for that fight.
Yeah, I was missing Rochael.
Yeah.
Missed you all that time. Been New York again. But anyway, Andre Ward beat me fair and square. I'd like to rematch him in Nottingham, and the performance that I put on against Butte, I think that would have been closer to beating him. I'm not saying I'm not going to sit here and say I'd beat Andre Ward. But if I was ever going to beat him up, smash his head in, it would have been that night in Nottingham.
Yeah.
But he's tricky, old, he ducks low, he's awkward. Fucking son of a bitch. Anyway.
Right, next question.
Hi Carl, great show. Can you explain to the listeners how you built that mental resilience to get up off the canvas in the third round against Jermain Taylor to end up beating him over the 12 rounds by knocking him out?
So, I didn't build it up. Maybe what had happened on the build up, the fights I'd had, British title defences. I fought people like Brian McGee and Robin Reed and Tony Dodson, and that Charles Dammer I mentioned earlier. Them fights get you ready for a guy called Mark Warner from Canada. That went 12 rounds almost. I stopped him in the 12th round. Them fights get the toughness and the fitness and the self-belief, and then obviously beating John Pascal for my first world title fight. In a close fight that was toe to toe from round 1 right through to round 12, proper action-packed fight. When I fought Jermain Taylor, I'd got all that in the bank. That was all experience and all rounds in the belt, under the belt, where I could draw from during that fight. And when I got dropped for the first time in my career, that's amateur or professional, it was the first time I'd been on the canvas, and that was your first fight.
Was, yeah.
That was Rachel's first fight that she'd ever been to. You watched me fight Pascal, didn't you, with your dad?
Yeah.
On television, and then.
Yeah.
And then you won the race, didn't you? And you got me. There's all racing there was to get to the Cobra, and she finished in first place. Yeah.
I did, yeah.
She finished in first place. She knows.
Lucky me.
It's not worked. It's backfired, hasn't it? It's backfired. But the Jermain Taylor fight dropped me in round 3. Never been dropped. I think
How
the
did
training,
you feel?
the training, the experience. What? Looking at you like, hey, I'm down here on the floor. So I looked over, and Rachel was watching me like that. Is this supposed to be happening?
I did, that's what I thought.
You weren't sure,
what is going on
You
here?
didn't know much about boxing, did you?
No.
So I think you can't teach it. It was great experience. Amazing experience before getting dropped by Taylor in my first world title defence over in America. But having Rob McCracken in my corner and going back at the end of round 3 and listening to Rob and then drawing on my training and drawing on all my previous fights, I think I just kept believing in myself. I'd never ever quit. As nervous as I was and as self-belief and doubts creep in on the ring walk and that, as soon as that first bell goes, for me, it's seek and destroy. I'm prepared to die in that ring. I would do. I wouldn't stop throwing punches. I'd never go down on one knee and take a knee. I'd never quit on my stool. I'd just fight to the end because I just love it.
That's what you did though. How many unanswered punches was it in round 12?
18 unanswered punches with the dying seconds of last round.
We need to show a clip of that, because that is literally, you just keep going for it.
Well,
and
if
then
the producer's got anything about him, he'll be clipping in now, won't he?
Taylor trying to catch himself, using his jab, eats a right hand, another right hand, and he goes down. Give me a glove. Am I right? He's shot. Come on. 30 seconds left. Can the former world champion hold on? Taylor in trouble. Froch punches, and it's over.
It was a great fighter, and after I beat him, he went on to win a world title. He was a world champion many years later, so he was a top fighter, former undisputed middleweight champ. But no, it was just the experience from the build up to the fight, my amateur experience, all the hard training, all the hard sparring. It's accumulation of all of that, and then when you get dropped for your first time, you either swallow and you bottle it and you quit and you think, I can't do this, I don't belong here. Or you just keep believing in yourself, keep driving on and keep going forward and keep banging away. And I got the stoppage late in round 12. And my first world title defence. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Being childish.
Oh, yeah. See what I mean? That's what I have to put up with. Come on, next question.
That's it.
Is
We're
that
done.
it? Oh, we're done.
That's it. Yeah.
No more.
No.
No more questions. I answered that one from the heart, didn't I? And my wife's there laughing at me. I'm taking the piss. You're taking the piss, aren't you?
It's just something you said.
Yeah, what did I say?
No.
Come on, let's share it with her. Let's share it with her.
It's fine.
Let us know in the comments if you know what was said. I'll be watching it back. What was said to make her laugh? I don't know. Will we ever know?
So that's it with all the questions now. Thanks for answering and thanks very much for watching. We've got 80,000 subscribers now, over.
We've already said that. Are you gloating?
I am. I'm loving it that we've
I'm
got
not gonna-
over 80. Yeah, well done you.
I'm not going to celebrate until we hit the 100,000 mark. Apparently you get a little plaque. We'll place that somewhere between the belts. What's the better achievement? 100,000 subscribers on YouTube or 4 world titles?
Oh, come on.
I'm going to sit it right in the middle of there. I'm proud of,
I know, but come on.
No, but on a serious note, I'm really proud of what we're doing with this YouTube channel. And when I get that plaque, it's going to be a special moment for me. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be like, I've started something. I didn't want to half-heartedly do it.
That's fine, fair
So to
enough,
get
but
the
come on,
100,000
you've
mark-
achieved all this.
Yeah, true. And actually, that's the big contribution to why the channel's going so well. So
Exactly,
thank you very much for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sending the questions. That's it for another episode of Froch on Fighting with me and my beautiful wife, Rachel. Anything to say?
We'll see you next week.
See you next time.